Welcome. Beautiful. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to do this because the energy, I love doing these things because it brings, whenever I focus in this way, whether I do readings or meditations, there's an energy in it that uplifts the space and the people I work with. That's my experience, but also myself. So it's just a joy to do this. And I hope that you find some value in this. Um, Today, the topic that I've put out there is integrating body and soul. And that is, I was going to do the mother wound and mother relationship and healing the mother love. I will do that later. But this came up now simply because I was somehow given this meditation, or I felt it, or I tuned in this way. And it was such a beautiful experience that I wanted to share it. And just to share where I come from a place of believing that we have a soul, that we are more than this physical being, that we are, in fact, greater energetic beings that are here to live a physical experience and to explore. And what we forget, and whether you believe or agree with me or not, doesn't really matter, because you can simply explore and see what this brings to you. There will be some healing in this, I believe. So simply go along with it and see what it does for you, and see how you feel about it. Try to open up to receive. Then you're helping yourself. So what I believe is that we are here to explore this life and to move forward and to open up. And the more I've started exploring this in myself, the more connection I've had to my own healing abilities, but also to the love that is in me and between us and with us and in every person I meet. And this is a very uplifting experience to me. And I find that I've been exploring shifting the perspective. And again, I'm going to share a little bit about the topic before we go into the meditation, just so that you can have a few sort of inputs on it. It doesn't mean you have to go along with this when we're in the meditation. In the meditation, we're just there. But I'd like to share a little bit of what I've learned or experienced myself, so that maybe you can take something away from it. So what I've done recently in the past few weeks, months, is exploring stepping into different perspectives. Stepping into maybe looking at myself from the outside. And in my experience, that is from another place in my being, in my energy, if you like. Imagining that my awareness is in another place, and I'm looking down or looking in towards the center of who I am. And when I do that, a lot of things can become clearer to me, of the things that block me or stop me in my life, or things that need healing. And also I find that rather than, it's as if we move around a little blindly, because we're sort of in ourselves and we can't always see so clearly what's going on, or how we can let things go or move forward from things. And when you lift yourself a little out of that and you see yourself with your higher perspective, if you like, this is my experience at least, then you see that it doesn't have to be so hard always. And you also become a little bit more aware of your own intuition, so your own ability to sense things at a different level than with your mind or with your body. Your mind and your body are part of your sensory system, but in my experience, we have more, much more. And it's so exciting to see when people start to connect to this. So this is what I'm hoping to do with this meditation. We'll see where it takes us, because I always tune into the moment and I always listen for whatever's coming. Listen to what I sense is here in the space with the people who are here. Listen to what I am, if you like, given or feel would be the right way to go. So maybe the meditation that I experience for myself in this integration isn't exactly what's going to come, but that's the image I have. That's the intention that is sort of that I'm setting forward in the meditation. So what I hope is that you find that there is beautiful healing and love in that connection with yourself, in the connection with your greater self, in your intuition, in all that you are, body, mind, soul. And we'll see where it takes us. So I hope you have a comfortable place where you can sit or lie down and relax and be by yourself for a few moments. If you have to go, if something happens, that's all right. As I said initially before Fatima came in, I will share the link with you to the recording. So the link will be only available for those who receive it, or the video will only be available for those with the link. I might post the actual meditation if the recording, I'm able to cut it so that the actual meditation can be separated out. But you can listen to it later. You can listen to it again and again if you like, whatever works for you. So this is made, first of all, a safe space for you to receive. And I'm so happy to have you here. So I'd like you now to just adjust your body a little bit. Feel that you can relax, feel that you can be a little bit more comfortable than you were a moment ago. Observe, is there something you need to shift? Just take a few moments to do that. If you haven't already closed your eyes, just gently close your eyes and make a note of what it feels like now in your body. Anything that feels tense, just set the intention that you can relax a little bit more. Anything that needs to shift until you're completely as comfortable as you can be in this moment. Lean back. Feel that you can sink into your hips. And if you're resting your back against something, sink into whatever it is, the seat or the bed or the sofa. Notice where your arms are. Notice the sensation of your arms and hands resting on whatever they're resting on. Notice where your feet and legs are, and the sensation of your legs and feet resting on whatever it is. Notice where your body is touching another surface. Just observe your body. Where's your head? Is it resting? Is it sitting on top of your spine, or are you leaning against something? What's it doing? Can you relax your neck just that little bit more? Whatever your head is doing. The intention is often enough. You don't need to do anything or try, just let it happen. Bring your awareness to your breath and notice what your breath is doing. Is it flowing easily, or is there tension? Just observe, it's all fine. It's just an image of where you are right now. Try not to control the breath. Try to follow it. Let your breath be your leader in this moment. What's it doing? How far, how deep is it going? How slow or fast? Is it shifting as you give it attention and awareness? And if you're trying to change or do something, make a note of that. Observe what you're doing. That's all right. It's all good. Be curious. Why is your breath doing what it's doing right now? Can you allow it to sink a little bit deeper into your tummy? Simply allow, simply sink into your tummy try not to breathe deeply. Just let your breath do it if you can. And if you can't, that's fine. What happens to your body as you allow your breath to fill you up gently, kindly? And how do you breathe out? Notice what happens. What does it feel like to breathe in and breathe out in your tempo, in your depth? I'd like you to imagine now that you have a column, a core in you that follows the spine from your hips up along the spine. It's a column of energy or light. Just pretend that you know or understand. You don't have to know. Imagine it. This column of light moving up from your hips, column of energy, up through along your spine to your neck, to your head, out through the top of your head. And imagine that this energy flows out from your head like a fountain. What does it feel, look, or sense like? How do you sense this? If you can't sense it, pretend you can. Just imagine. It's like a fountain and it falls all around you like a veil of light, perhaps, in front of you, on your sides and behind you. All the way down to the ground. Imagine now that it turns up. As it hits the ground, it goes a little beyond into the ground and then back up through your feet and legs. It's like a magnetic field moving through your center and up and all around you. Be amused, play with it. Imagine that you can sense or know or feel or simply imagine it. Imagine that this energy has a will and force of its own. You don't have to do anything. It simply is. Imagine that this fountain expands. This energy becomes larger around you, higher up from your head and all around, and then further down into the ground and up again to your feet. So the magnetic field becomes even wider and larger. Imagine expanding even more. Play with it. See if you can feel the excitement of being allowed to pretend that you know this. But being allowed to imagine and play with the sensations of being greater than your body. And if your mind stops you or you feel confused, simply come back to your breath and then come back to the imagination, pretending you know this energy. A bit wider, even further out, until this field is at least an arm's length around you on all sides. It can be even bigger. That's up to you. Imagine you can see colors in this fountain, or a color. Which color or colors come to mind for you? Maybe it's a multitude of colors. Maybe it's white. Maybe it's not colored, simply like water. Maybe it sparkles. Go with whatever comes to you. Imagine expanding this color. And as you expand it, as it moves out towards the edge of your field, it gets a little less dense. The color gets a little lighter, more transparent maybe. At the edge of your energy field, your magnetic field, there's a sparkle. It's like a sparkling wall almost. Imagine now that you can bring your awareness, your full focus to this edge of your magnetic field, whatever it may feel, look, or sense like to you. Maybe there's a sound or a smell. Bring your awareness and imagine you're scrutinizing this edge of your field. Can you see the colors, the sparkle? Pretend you can. Go with it. And imagine that you moved your full attention out there, your awareness, and you're turning around and looking inward towards your center, your core, your body. Imagine now that you can see the color densifying as you move your gaze in towards your body. And you can see the contour of your body coming out through the color. There's still a flow. The energy flows in towards your body. Even though it gets a little denser, it's still the same flow. It's still your flow. And imagine now that your body is receiving this flow. And imagine that you can see or sense that there are some shadows closer to your body, maybe even in your body. Maybe there are some knots in there. Maybe there's some obstruction to the movement. Observe it, notice. Bring your awareness to the fact that you're sending the waves of energy in towards those shadows or knots or blocks. And see what happens. Do they shift? Do they move? You don't have to know what they are. It's all energy. That's all. Play with it. Be curious. Can you see the color? Does the color help? Do you need to bring in another color? What happens? Play with the colors. Imagine you can feel the flow or sense or see from the outer edge of your being the movement of the energy and the colors. Is it wavy? Is it like rays of light in towards the center? Or are you radiating out from the center? How does it look for you, or feel, or sense? Play with it like a child would. You're allowed to be a child in this, to be curious. Try not to understand. Just go with the images. Let them lead you. Follow the rays or the waves. Follow the colors. Can you see part of your body coming out clearer through the energy, through the colors? Is there a part of your body asking for attention, asking to be looked at? Bring your awareness to this body part from the perspective of outside if you can. And if not, simply bring your awareness to this body part from where you are. And imagine drawing in lots of beautiful light, maybe color, to this body part, giving it the attention it wants. You don't need to fix it or change it. Simply notice and observe. This is part of you. If anything happens in your emotions, if there are any reactions in your body, that's beautiful. Just allow it and let it come. It's just energy shifting. And if there aren't any reactions, that's fine. Just go with it and play. you're still shifting the energy. You're connecting to all you are, and you're connecting to your healing powers, to your free flow, your freedom. This energy field senses and knows things that your mind forgets, that your body knows but has maybe not been allowed to recognize. It's all right. It's part of your journey. Now imagine that you can bring your awareness to your heart center, the center of your chest. And imagine that this heart center is like the core of the sun. It's where your power, your anchor is. It's the center from which your light emanates and radiates out. And you are in this center now. Imagine that you can allow this sun to radiate out, to love, to shine all that you are, to create. This is where your creation comes from. This is where your compassion comes from. Your connection to people, to nature, to love. This is where your wisdom lies. The communication center for your intuition, if you like, for your higher self, your energy field. Imagine now that you've moved your brain, your knowing, down to this heart, your awareness. Rest in the heart. Be present in the heart. Imagine you can send love out to all your body, all your cells, all your particles, if you like, everything that is you from this heart, connecting from within as well as from around you, being whole, all that you are. And I invite you now to bring your awareness to your breath again. Observe. What's your breath doing? What's happened to your breath? Let it go, let it move in its own way, its own tempo and flow. Allow it to be part of your healing, your life force, your rhythm, your flow. And you're breathing in air from the entire world, and you're breathing out air to the entire world. You're breathing in beauty from Mother Earth, and you're breathing out beauty from your heart into the earth. And you're breathing in love from all that is, and breathing out love back to all that is, receiving and giving. Receiving and giving. Imagine that it's safe to be you. Whatever you're going through in your life, you are safe because you are you. You are always you. You will never lose you, your heart, your core, your being. Your body is your manifestation. It's your expression that you can live through and live with and explore with and create with, as is your mind. Use them. Play with them, explore with them, breathe with them, your mind and your body and your soul. And I'd like you now to bring your awareness to your feet, to your hands, to your spine, your neck and the top of your head, to your tummy and your chest. Take a breath as deep as you can manage without forcing. And in your own time, open your eyes. You can move your body gently. And you're free to ask any questions or share anything if you like, or you can simply say goodbye or leave and stay with yourself for a little bit. It's up to you.